Have you heard about the new Eval Codes for 2017?
Yeah, another new rule.
Leaving less time for patient treatment. You know the process. You're going to consider 20 or more factors in the patient's medical history, determine which impact your plan of care, and then score this complexity. You'll do the same for your exam findings, clinical presentation, decision-making process. Finally, develop a composite of these separate scores to determine the Eval Code complexity, and then defend each of the factors that you discovered. Another 100 or 200 words of documentation.
Well, my EMR said they have this covered.
But their workflow is going to add 4 or 5 minutes to your documentation time.
I don't have any choice. I have to follow the rules.
Here's a better answer. The evaluation you just documented, does it note the patient's age?
Of course.
Does it identify their functional deficit, difficulty ascending stairs?
Yes.
Does your eval note that the patient's home has stairs and that the patient lives alone?
Yes, I've documented all lifestyles and social factors.
Does it note that the patient has diabetes?
Of course.
Does it note the patient's diabetes is unstable?
Yes.
Does it note that there's been 62 days since the injury onset?
Yes.
Is hypertension documented?
All medical issues and comorbidities are documented.
Does it include the patient's disability index?
Of course.
Does it clarify the patient's progression has been unstable?
Yes.
You documented all these complexities.
Yes, what's your point?
Listen, if these complexities have already been documented in the eval, why do you have to identify them, count them, score them, and retype them a second time?
That's how my EMR works.
Listen, we have a better approach. Systems 4PT's artificial intelligence searches your eval for topics that impact complexities.
Artificial intelligence?
Listen, it's 2017. Computers can drive cars. Likewise, Systems 4PT is the most intelligent EMR in outpatient rehab. Our artificial intelligence does the work for you, and it cuts your documentation time in half.
Go on.
As we discussed, complexities that impact the plan of care are already documented throughout your evaluation. Systems 4PT's artificial intelligence searches through your eval for these topics that impact complexities. Once identified, our technology categorizes the topics, scores them, and recommends the appropriate eval code to you.
Your system takes care of all the eval code process for me?
In the blink of an eye.
Really?
Add your clinical judgment if necessary, click one button, and the appropriate eval code is entered, complete with defensive documentation.
Your system documented this?
With your clinical judgment, combined with Systems 4PT's artificial intelligence, you'll document eval codes in 95% less time and spend more time treating.
This is amazing.